Good day, people of Zimbabwe. My name is Dr. Daniel Shumba. I'm the president of the United Democratic Alliance, otherwise known as UDA. The party was founded in December 2017, soon after the coup that was perpetuated by a faction in ZANU-PF against another faction of ZANU-PF at the national expense. However, we in the United Democratic Alliance are here to deal with the issues that confront the broader citizenry of our country. We are going to be addressing the issues that matter, issues of values, issues of poverty, issues of fairness, issues of merit, issues of hard work, in order to reclaim our country and ensure that everybody that is Zimbabwean has a right to belong to it, regardless of color, creed, or tribe. In doing so, we are going to be dealing with the issues that underpin our core values, Christian values. And we are going to ensure that we deal decisively with the issue of corruption. Corruption that is being perpetuated by the state and corruption that is being perpetuated at other different levels of our society. We will ensure that we deal with these challenges upfront, direct, and fearlessly. For instance, we intend to deal with the issue of legitimacy. The current government is illegitimate. I urge you all to reject these coup conspirators at the next elections, which date is still unclear, but hopefully will be this July. We need to deal with the issues to do with the rule of law, where people are arrested and subjected to torture and all other ills. We do not want partisanship. We reject that in totality. We are going to deal with the issue of tribalism, both in government and in all institutions of the state, to ensure that our country is run fairly for all citizens. We have to deal with the issue of Kukurahundi by dealing with the truth aspect of it, more importantly, in order to bring peace and healing to the people. We are going to ensure that our country addresses the current currency issues by ensuring that we introduce the gold-based currency. This is practiced internationally in many jurisdictions, where the value of the currency mimics that of the gold on the international market, as opposed to the current bond nonsense that we're being subjected to. We are going to ensure that we introduce immediately the basic income grant, which will be for everybody in Zimbabwe over the age of 18 who is unemployed, to ensure that they have a means to sustain themselves. This will be able to sustain by levying on our mineral tariff a percentage to ensure that we fund the budgetary requirement for the basic income grant. That will create inward confidence, jobs, and bring almost immediately our families from the poverty. People should not die out of hunger. No hunger should kill a Zimbabwean. We are going to ensure that the land issue is addressed by ensuring that those that have benefited from the land are trained and are adequately able to become farmers. Not every citizen can be a farmer. And so we're going to ensure that we unlock value in that sector effectively in a fair and transparent way. So land and agrarian reform are issues that are interlinked and interrelated and must be looked at in unison when we want to address the issue of food security for our nation. We need to be able to understand this in a holistic fashion so that we have an integrated solution to the issue that confronts Zimbabwe to do with food security, poverty, and unemployment. So what is important is that the government that we are going to form as the United Democratic Alliance is going to support emerging farmers with technical resources, financial resources, in order to empower them to unlock the most value from their respective farms. This is critical if we are going to deal with the issues of poverty. The positive role in economic integration that Zimbabwe strongly needs to do is going to be underpinned by the support that we give our farmers in order that they produce the right crops in a balanced way and according to the demand that is required locally in the region and beyond. Our health sector needs to be revamped in order to ensure that it doesn't become a process to death, but indeed a healing and recovery institution. We are also going to ensure that our education is rescued so that we give our scholars a chance to compete at the best levels. The youth are a very critical development agent of our country in all aspects of our economy. We are able, as the United Democratic Alliance, to focus on a vehicle that will ensure that the youths will speak to, get listened to, and have their issues acted upon. We propose the formation of the Zimbabwe Youth Development Agency. The Zimbabwe Youth Development Agency is going to be the vehicle that will engage the youth nationwide. We are going to be forming a national task team to develop an approach to ensure that green government is achieved by the year 2023, and that is in 5 years' time. This will allow us to pursue broadly at green energy, organic farming models, and educate the people on preservation of our environment in a sustainable, profitable way. This is what will preserve our future, as our nature will be able to look after us. We are also able to ensure that these are included in our housing models, in our development models, in our infrastructure development, broadly speaking. This and many other issues are what we are confronted with as the United Democratic Alliance to ensure that we give Zimbabwe a future. Thank you very much.